Commentary and bottle pour beverages. The cabin will be passing through the cabin to offer the cell. On the bus selection of small complex excursions in Antigua, please find
This episode of travel video takes us to the country of Antigua and Barbuda. Just landed at the airport. We are at our resort, Jolly Beach Resort, at the west end of this almost round shaped island on the Caribbean Ocean. If one sails straight ahead on west, would reach the island of St. Kitts. In 1493, Antigua was visited by Christopher Columbus, who named it Antigua from the church of Santa Maria de la Antigua in Spain. The earlier native name was Walladley or Wadadley. It was colonized by English settlers in 1632 and remained a British possession. The nearby island of Barbuda was colonized in 1678. In 1958, Antigua joined the West Indies Federation. In 1968, with Barbuda and the tiny island of Redonda as dependencies, Antigua became an associated state of the Commonwealth. And in 1981, it was deassociated from Britain and became an independent nation. The island area is around 180 square kilometers with a population of only 80,000. The main purpose we are in Antigua is to see the India-West Indies test match, and we are here for the 2019 series first test match. And ahead, that's VJ, who is assisting in the entire videography of this episode. India-West Indies test series started in 1948 in India with a 5-match series. West Indies was 1-0 lead, 4 matches being drawn, and ahead is the resort. One of the room is ours. This is Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. This is the current national stadium of Antigua and Barbuda. The stadium was built in 2007, and a statue of Sir Vivian Richard at the entrance. Finally, the match. Today is the morning of the third day, and here is the score. West Indies batting, Bumrah is bowling. At this point, India's first inning score was 297, and West Indies at this point is 198 for all of 8 wickets. India played the last test match at this stadium in July 2016, where Virat Kohli's team won by an inning and 92 runs with a double century by Virat Kohli himself.
And I make 30-40, I got. Let's go, Olga! Oh, now we're making the runs! I hit the play tomorrow. Yeah, but he had
We are final say, if they select them, the government say you must play, you must play, you must play.
Ishant Sharma,
Just the captain and play.
Mohammad Sami bowling. West Indies still only 8 down. 219 for 8. Finally the inning break. India team is going to the pavilion. India started batting. KL Rahul and M Agarwal. Last I saw India West Indies test match was the second test at Eden Gardens in Calcutta during 1966-67 series. I remember that the stadium was grossly overcrowded, possibly due to duplicate tickets sold, estimated 100,000 in a capacity of 55,000. On the second day, that was on 1st January, angry ticket holders without seat stormed the fences and set fire to the pavilion roof, resulting in lathi charge and tear gas by the police.
Calcutta has always boasted of cricket-loving crowds. Enthusiasts keep an all-night vigil for tickets at Eden Gardens. There are 57,000 seats, but the crowd is much larger and there is a scramble for seats. Sobers wins the toss and sends India in to field. Surti opens the bowling to Hunt. Baino is run out thanks to a fine pick-up and throw by Surti. Rohan Kanai faces Bedi. Play is held up for a while as crowds still pour in.
And I was in the stadium. Ravi Shastri meeting the fans. And Virat Kohli at the pavilion. Indian supporters. Fourth day morning, the boys are here waiting for little practice before the match starts. You don't see these practices on TV. And finally Virat Kohli. Somehow I caught him.
Good luck.
Kohli warming up. 51 not out. We don't see such warm-up sessions much. West Indies team warming up this side. Long day ahead for them. And Ravi Shastri.
Good luck, good luck.
ITC activity group. India now 187
Match is on. Unfortunately, Virat Kohli down at 51. Rahane and Bihari, good show. 100-run partnership. Lunchtime refreshment. You don't see this in India. Sir Vivian Richard and Sunil Gavaskar at the lunchtime interview. Great job, Rahane. 102. West Indies second innings. India is going for fielding. West Indies to chase 422 runs and little over 1.5 day remaining. Bumrah bagged 2 wickets. Tea break. West Indies is 5 down for 13 runs already. Well done, India. West Indies is finally out at 100 runs, and this is one commercial-free match I'm seeing in many years. Since the match was over in 4 days, we have an extra day to explore, and today we are going to the capital city, St. John's. By the way, video cameras were not allowed inside this stadium, but when there is a will, there is a way. We somehow managed with a cell phone looking video camera and succeeded in doing what we wanted to. We are at Fort James in the capital of Antigua, St. John's, a city made by British in 1632. The fort was named after King James II of England. This Fort James at the entrance to the St. John's Harbour was built by the British in 1773 to guard the harbour against any possible French invasion. The fort is located on a headland overlooking the city and the surrounding harbour. Several cannons, a powder magazine, and the foundation of the fort's wall still remain, and another cannon. This is a bustling harbour for large cruise liners and boats, featuring a lovely marina. This spot is called Heritage Key with restaurants and tourist shopping areas. Interestingly, Canadian banks. This is St. John's Cathedral, also known as the St. John the Divine. This is an Anglican church originally constructed on a fossilized reef in 1681 but completely destroyed and rebuilt twice after earthquakes in 1683 and 1746. These are figures of Saint John the Baptist and Saint John the Divine still remain from the old structures. This is Antigua Recreation Ground, built in 1978. This used to be the main cricket ground before the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium was built. The first test match played here in this ground was in 1981 against England. India played the first test in Antigua in 1983 here in this ground under Kapil Dev's captainship against Clive Lloyd's team. The match was drawn and Ravi Shastri made a century. This is Sir Vivian Richards Street at the city center. Here is a statue of Sir Richard. This is the house on the street Sir Richard was born and spent his childhood. Her mother's name is Mrs. Grothel Richards. This is a ground on Sir Richard Street, very close to his house, and Sir Richard used to play cricket in this ground during his childhood time. Yesterday was a hard day's shoot, kilometers of work in scorching sun. Today, never started a day with a glass of champagne. Vijay is working hard with the breakfast. Today we are heading for a tour of the island of Antigua. This is Betty's Hope Sugar Plantation area with a current museum ahead. In later part of 17th century, sugar was found to be profitable and sugar became Antigua's main crop. In about 1674, Christopher Codrington was the first European to start sugar plantation here at Betty's Hope. This resulted in importation of slaves to work in the sugarcane crops, estimated initially about 1,800 and increased to 37,500 in around 1770. The American War of Independence in the late 18th century disrupted the Caribbean sugar trade. At the same time, public opinion in Great Britain gradually turned against slavery. Great Britain abolished the slave trade in 1807 and all slaves here were freed in 1834. At the east end of the island, this is Devil's Bridge, a natural rock arch type bridge located on the Atlantic coast. The area around the arch, there are natural blowholes which spray powered water from the Atlantic Ocean waves. Surprisingly, there is no major land or island between here and Europe or Africa. There is a sad story that female slaves who found themselves pregnant would throw themselves off of this bridge to commit suicide so that their children would not have to live in slavery, and it is so called Devil's Bridge. The Devil's Bridge last look. This is a beautiful and tranquil beach called Half Moon Bay, also at the east end of the island. This beach is surrounded by scenic cliffs and greenery. The color of the beach here is pink, and this is the only pink beach in Antigua. This location and the beach was used in a sequence of 2003 Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. The scenes where Captain Jack Sparrow and Elizabeth were trapped and Elizabeth burns the rum were shot here.
No! Not good! Stop! Not good! What are you doing? You burned all the food, the shade, the rum!
Yes, the rum is gone.
Why is the rum gone?
One, because it is a vile drink that turns even the most respectable men into complete scoundrels. Two, that signal is over 1,000 feet high. The entire Royal Navy is out looking for me. Do you really think that there is even the slightest chance that they won't see it?
But why is the rum gone?
Just wait, Captain Sparrow. You give it 1 hour, maybe 2, keep a weather eye open and you will see white sails on that horizon.
Must have been terrible for you to be trapped here, Jack. Must have been terrible for you. Well, it bloody is now!
This hill cliff is called Standfast Point at south trail of the island. One of the houses of Eric Clapton or Eric Patrick Clapton, the legendary English rock and blues guitarist, singer and songwriter, is located on this cliff top right ahead. He had been a part-time resident of Antigua and he lived here from time to time. This location is called Shirley's Height. This is a restored military lookout and gun battery at about 490 feet high. From From here, breathtaking scenic landscapes at 360 degrees can be seen. From here, we get a superb view of English and Falmouth harbors. In fact, the best view in Antigua. This is also a major entertainment area in Antigua. On every Sunday from 4 p.m. until 10 p.m., party goes on with drinks, barbecue, and local bands performing, overlooking the most stunning views in the world, a favorite weekly event with both locals and tourists. Interestingly, international celebrities like Timothy Dalton or Giorgio Armani has holiday homes in and around the southern hills of the island ahead. This hillock is called Boggy Peak. Antigua is mostly lowland, but in the west there are volcanic rocks that rise up to 1330 feet or 405 meters at Boggy Peak. This hillock is currently called Mount Obama, and the name changed in 2009 to recognize US President Barack Obama as a symbol of black achievement. During the colonial era, escaped African slaves used to hide out in the surrounding hills, and this was one. The top of the Boggy Peak up there is the highest point in Antigua. This is Cosmore Edward and his chariot behind. He has been taking us to the places during the entire tour, and any of the viewer coming to Antigua looking for a good service, BC Taxi, my guarantee. Got a wonderful view of the Caribbean Sea, and today's catch, 75.5% alcohol, Antigua rum, license to kill. The nation Antigua includes the Barbuda Island, about 60 kilometers north of Antigua on Caribbean Sea. We are traveling today to Barbuda by Barbuda Express from the St. John's Harbor, and the journey takes around 90 minutes one way. And the journey begins. Here ahead is my perspective. Approaching Barbuda Island ahead. This is Ferry Harbor at the side of Barbuda Island. Barbuda is an island of about 160 square kilometers area and only 1500 population. The island is famous for pink beach and bird sanctuary. The island has a small airport as well. The island was almost destroyed by Hurricane Irma in 2017. Some examples still remain. One more. This is the tourism office in Barbuda, in Barbuda's only city, Coddington. Coddington was founded in 1685 by Christopher Coddington, an English plantation owner. Most of this island's population live in this city. The city is at the west side, that is the Caribbean Sea side of the island. There is a ferry terminal and a beautiful lagoon on Caribbean Sea right here. This is Two Foot Bay. We are at the east side of the island on Atlantic Ocean right ahead. The ocean is quiet today. This island is composed of limestone and has many caves to explore. There are various sites that are accessible to visitors, but we are here at the easiest reachable site at Two Foot Bay. A beautiful beach on Atlantic, and here are the caves. Mesmerizing. Just can't believe. The last shot of beautiful Atlantic and Two Foot Bay. Back to civilization from the end of the world. We are at the city again. This place is called Madison Square, and here the most pubs and bars and restaurants are located. A beautiful house at the city downtown. Little lunch break at a local restaurant. We are back at the east side of the island on Caribbean Ocean. This white sand Princess Diana beach is named after Princess Diana. Here on the beach, this is the house of Hollywood actor, producer and director Robert De Niro, who has undertaken a $250 million project to convert this area to a luxury resort and named it as Paradise Found. This used to be K Club Resort here right on the beach, which was a favorite holiday destination of Diana, Princess of Wales, where she would take the young princes William and Harry for winter breaks. This small luxury resort was opened in 1990 by an Italian businessman, Grizia Mandeli, and since the princess's death, the resort's popularity went down and eventually closed in 2004. This was possibly the bar. This used to be the swimming pool, and here is this photo from the same angle of Princess Diana standing on the poolside during her visit in 1991. And lot later, Prince Harry made a visit to this island in 2016. In fact, Prince Harry is the only person these days comes to this country and stays in his royal residency in Antigua. Coconut water after hard day's shoot. This is Enoch. He has seen Princess Diana during his childhood, and this is Imran Thomas, and this is his taxi. He took us to the places today in the Barbuda Island, wherever we had been, and there is an interesting story about his name. His father was a cricketer and a great fan of Pakistan cricket team, and he named him after the legendary great cricketer Imran Khan. Thank you very much. So far we didn't get much chance to look around the resort, and we are starting now with this beautiful view from our balcony. This is the lobby and the reception. There is a game room, a gift shop, oh my god, a conference room, that was little breakfast entertainment. There is a gym, looks like fully equipped. And a spa as well. A kids zone, and very high quality tennis courts. The resort is on a huge property and there is a cricket ground as well. Here is the beach. Here is the pavilion. And here are practice nets. Here is the sitting area during the match and there is a bar inside. Talking of bar, there is a bar at every corner of the resort. Here is one and here is one at the pool side. Some seaside souvenir stores on sand. Travel assistance desk. Excursion booking kiosk. And wedding reception area. This is Gambos, the security officer of the facility, and I have been taking all these shoots today with his kind permission. There are quite a number of high-class restaurants. Here is one Italian restaurant. Here is one Mexican restaurant. Seafood restaurant. Right on the sea. Seaside cabins with private restaurant. And the grand buffet. Vijay is flying drone and he is going to be my dronacharya in the next project. It was a long day today and the sun is setting now.
Every time he has the beat, he dance right in front of me. Don't let me between the sheets. I'm a woman, I still believe. I'll be damned if I lose my man. I'll be damned if I don't touch it. Curiosity can kill the gas, and I don't want that now. Over and over again. I said no, I already have a friend. Over and over again. He says nobody has to
Departure time now from this wonderful island. This is Binoy and Vijay up there. Megalith video signing off from Jolly Beach Resort, Antigua.